Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back, everybody. We are back with some Warhammer 40k. Picking back up where we left off. We were just getting back on the void ship from our previous mission. Flavor of the day is still Forbidden Skittles. I apologize, sir. I must speak with the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain. Not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence towards the higher-ranking officers will be logged on your personal file without delay. Damn, what a dick. Request permission to speak on the matter of importance. Speak, Lieutenant. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on the orders to crush the workers. Strike by any means necessary, but I'm convinced that this step is unwarranted and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Okay, let's hear it. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the action of Sinsal Warshin and to intervene with what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. I would not deem the problem worthy of the Rouge Trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took months to restore order, but even 8 years later, we are still battering rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against the tyranny once more. Needless to say, these rumors were baseless. As for the current situation, we have sufficient enforcers to deal with. But on the ship, the word of the Lord Captain carries more weight than a salvo of 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the Rogue Trader addresses the malcontents directly, he will quell the unrest. You dread to think. Yeah, whatever. I shall explain. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There's an established order to the way of things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the Rogue Trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. This is the Sinsal role. To ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so of course when I received information about the cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodore will find refuge on this ship. Says you are far too heavy-handed. Arrest, interrogations, mass punishment for the entire sector. It has driven people to the brink. Now that there's a strike on the lower deck in Depot 4, to be precise, 3 workers' clans are involved. Many more are passively supporting them. This situation could disintegrate into an all-out insurrection, but when I report my concerns, the only response I receive is the order to dispatch an assault unit and crush it with maximum force. I see no need to add anything. I acted within remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your personal safety. As you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. Yep. They want to fight. Do they? Go to the site of the conflict. Greetings, Your Grace. Damn, maybe you shouldn't come down here with us. Rest upon my shoulders the mountain of challenges and problems from which I endure to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower deck has been a cause of concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who have stood in the steps of the Golden Throne, no less. An arcane cybernetic artifact that encased the God Emperor's physical remains entire and preserves them using a stasis field inside function reactors.
Intriguing.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
I have my orders. Put an end in unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. First Officer, the Rogue Trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fell on deaf ears. Your Lordship. I want to speak to the strikers. So where are they? Down here? There they are. A dozen pair of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower deck. You take their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. Our children are freezing. We've done nothing wrong. We're being punished. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's your deal, lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to the whole bays for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. It's all true. Bent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidship and has no fellow feelings towards us. Throws up his arms. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The cultist amulet, what's that? A gewgaw they found on a dead drunkard. If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and any obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people. We have no new faces around here. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. As for this amulet or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There is no cultist still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when the fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots that came back would nobody ever tread these decks and boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh yeah, those boots really were fine, and there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pickpocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and we're working to bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and server motors. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling, "Believe us, your lordship. We are all people of the faith." Naive children, you weren't taught from an early age about the dangers of arch enemies. Creations. Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister, but that was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector was just after I had my third one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father, who was not there, or the scavenger who brought down the evil on himself and his neighbors? What changes do you want? Would you look at this? The exalted Lord Captain in Health is acting us bilge rats what we want. Well, here's what we want. We want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if the cultists do show their faces. I've been a leader of my own clan for 20 years now. Get rid of these club-wielding thugs, and only improve things around here. You've gone on too far, old man. They'll never let maggots on the lower decks live without enforcements breaking down their necks. This is probably even insist on enforcers in the upper decks too, as for weapons. What do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of the stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies and we'll talk to them. One lower deck to another. If there's any more of those damn amulets, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan. I speak for me and mine. I don't want any empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the anointed one turns his back, these brutes will be on us even hotter than before, just because we dared to speak out. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight, order, and withdraw those demands. And we will reconsider the rest. Fine, I'll give the order for the enforcers to be withdrawn from this sector, and you will be given weapons. Let's see how you cope governing yourself, and what difference you can make. You have failed to convince me of your trustworthiness. This unrest ends now. Everyone who is involved will be eliminated. That coercion sounds good. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step towards embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be even worse. Once more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands. I mean, we can give them the chance to oversee themselves. If it fails, profit factor loss of 1. So it failed. We lost profit of 1 by letting them be free. So they're not going to work as hard without managers, soldiers. Too nice. I should have forced them into labor.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Prosperity of is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. I was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds, they create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left everything behind. I had known, everything my family had known. I'd come a long way in line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredible, reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. This would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers on scouting voyages. Okay, well, as we said, I'm not her. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what's happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come at a grievous blow to me, and I'm not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am a duty-bound aide to the new rogue trader. Aid you. I find footing in quickly. So you're crying? I can't handle this? I understand, but I need you to learn how to respect me as your Lord Captain and Rogue Trader. Accept it and start living in the new world. A world where Theodora is gone and where you and I have new decisions to make. Prosperity of the Von Verklet is just as important to me. You are the only person who can comprehensive knowledge of how things are run. Otherwise, since the established procedures are working, I see no reason. I've seen no plans to rely on your judgment or your tried and tested procedures. Bitch. Second guess me, motherfucker. Second guess me. Alright, what do we do now? Come back to the table, yeah. Okay, so that was just some shit that happened on the ship on the way to here. Lord Captain reporting the heralds and the novice nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to the Urak 5 being off limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting into the station's orbit. The demands were clear. We were told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed novice nobilite house requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. Scan the station. Perform a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. Wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the regions. Contact the station again. Influx of projects on the crew and the vessel, attempting traversing warp space without a guide is a fool's errand. But I feel it's my duty to remind you that you are highly respected citizens of the Imperium. The power and the status of a highborn navigator house is akin to that of a protectorate. To aid them in their hour of need is to acquire the influence of an ally. Let's go in. Okay, let's go in. Yep, that's my party. That's all we got, so. That's all we're gonna do. Alright. Load up. Oh, they piled a bunch of shit to the stairs. This is where I'm supposed to get my navigator from. So right now I don't have anybody to take me through the warp.
You dare to argue with your master?
Yeah, right?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old
That's
man's
another
last
psyker.
command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
Oh.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Hold on a second. What's going on here? Wrenches, you will consign to the oblivion for your transgressions against the House Ordelos. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from this peril. Please help us, he's saying. Execute? What? Ah. Dude. We have some strange guests. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his weary face, and not just his own blood. Two jet black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move. The third one, the mark of his navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lower lid in the middle of his forehead. He's got 3 eyes. Step back or I unleash the horrors of the Sea of Souls, an alternate dimension of pure energy and madness existing as a mirror to real space, known as the Inimaterium. The Imperium, Sea of Souls, warp space. Desist, brother. It is the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be the Lord. The Lord! Yes, I am positive. Absolutely positive in the fact. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felic Christopher August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Urac 5 is a holy sanctum for the House Orsello, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say that you are not on the guest list. Well, fuck you, bitch. The navigator looks at his guards and winces. These soldiers are quivering as if tormented flesh being flayed, yet they keep clutching their weapons. Why would the keeper of the station command vile mutants condemned by the Emperor? I am looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Henrik von Kolix. Do you know anything of his presence? I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. Okay, so he's not here. That's another guy I'm looking for. Provide me with a navigator and I will depart the station immediately. I do not think this is possible. Urac 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of the infinity and chart the movements of the warp storms. And besides, Felic gestures at the disorder around him. You have chosen an inopportune time for negotiation. Why would the keeper of the station command such vile mutants? Condemned. The blame lies with Theobald Orsello, the second keeper of Urak. The old man was a great navigator, but he could no longer control his powers. I begged him to retire, but he was too obsessed with our mistress, Lady Casa. His madness and stubbornness spelled doom for the entire station, where he opened his third eye in a fit of rage and unleashed the horrors of the warp on those who displeased him. Oh my gosh. Theobald, I knew, would never have used his powers in such a reckless manner. This will be difficult to explain to the uninitiated, but I am going to try. The warp currents in this system have been tumultuous for dozens of cycles, and have worn the veil between our world and the materium thin and frail. At least here on the station, the ruinous powers, a malign metaphysical force composed of both psychic energy that exists in an alternate dimension known as the warp. Oh my gosh, okay. That the force are trying to tear it down completely and corrupt all living things. The servants were the first to fall victim to it. Oh, their bodies morphed. The pain and despair drove the poor souls mad. They took the mistress prisoner and almost destroyed the station, but I rallied the few who followed the light of the Golden Throne, which is the God Emperor. That's like where the God Emperor's buried, basically. Frozen? To set things right. The Lord Navigator here is speaking to the unvarnished truth. I bet this station is full of voices and whispers, all trying to break through to the other side, waiting for you to reach out and swing the door wide open. I sincerely hope... I sincerely hope the influence of the Enmadarum has not yet affected your body and soul. With all due respect, I advise you not to remain at the station. Return to your void ship. I need to save Lady Casa if you're not willing to help, indeed risk my life. You must leave now. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask such favors under different circumstances, yet Balak takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood and winces in pain, yet Lady Casa's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left. My wounds are too deep. Okay, so you want me to go save her? In order to ascend to the Mistress Chambers, you need to remake the holy relic sanctioned by the blood of Lady Orsello herself. This is the control lod of the elevator machine spirit. I have one part and the other lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. The station near the conjugator, a type of digital computer situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. Mr. Split needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind the reliquary doors. The most ancient of the sacred mechanisms will help you rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirits will serve the house. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Receive fallacy of blood. Nice. I got him to pay me to do it. Haha, let's go. Power the elevator.
White. Pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Really? Mumbles incoherently. Ooh. Ripper auto pistol. That. Dude, flesh sample. Bad guy down there. Ah. Protect the child. Oh shit. What the hell?
Existence is naught but ashes.
To the death!
Okay. Okay.
Follow my lead. Stay vigilant.
I must not falter.
Nice. That's the dash skill we just unlocked.
Weather the storm!
Just a minor setback.
My faith strengthens me.
Where did this guy come
Weapon
from?
at the ready. Break them around.
Yes.
Roar! I need no guidance. Purpose guides me.
Follow my lead!
She dodged out of the way. I dodged out of the way. Nice. I say that was a mistake on y'all's part.
Stay vigilant.
Back up.
Moving out!
My faith strengthens me. High momentum.
Dang.
It will be done. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Run!
Bring it.
Weapon at the ready.
the enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Deal with him.
Break their morale.
Nice dodge. He's got him. Ooh. I got him. The operator targets one enemy within 10 cells and immediately gains +3 exploits. And then this one decreases his dodge chance.
High momentum.
She just yelled at him. We're gonna skip you. And you're gonna chop his head off. Oh, never mind.
At your beck and call.
Get him,
As
girl.
the Emperor commands, I act.
Might try. I guess it's my turn. That shot his head off. It popped his head off. Alright. Get all this stuff. Oh yeah, I guess I hadn't... Intercepted conversation between security officers. Don't even know what that stuff is. Navigator flash sample.
Yvain's act was noble but foolhardy. You cannot save someone who has willingly succumbed to heresy.
At least he tried to get through to his friend instead of just blowing his brains out on sight. Oh wait, I forgot who I'm talking to.
Embrace true power.
Five bonus to persuasion. All right, let's do some gearing up. Armor 15%. Armored body glove. Armored 25%. Armor 20%. Dodge penalty. Character wearing this armor will dodge 23% of the average enemy attacks in this chapter. This armor reduces incoming damage of every enemy attack by 15. Okay. Didn't really get a new weapon. 35. That's better. 8, 10, 7, 12. He did get a better sword. Okay. Same thing. It's okay. I like that. What were my gloves? 3 bonus attack use. Okay. Actually, he's the one that's got persuasion. Where's our persuasion skill? Persuasion 35, 30, 35. I have 60. Wow. I am persuasive as fuck. Seven, 10. Wow, that's pretty good too. Okay. There we go. Prison guard key. These like combine with each other? No. Alright, what else? Her. She's got 25. So that's better. 610. I don't know what that does. Okay. Protect the child. Oh shit. That was me. I just blasted her.
Triumphant, as always.
Research notes. I just know how to use tech, so free. To 20. Armor penetration 15. Dodge reduction 30. Additional hit chance 10 ammo. Wow. No. Wow, that's a new sniper rifle. $14.20. Oh yeah. That's pretty good. There you go. Okay. What do we get
The
in this
world
room?
trembles beneath my feet.
I don't know if that hurt me a little bit, maybe. Didn't seem to do anything. All right. The vivid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The button switches and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator inside emits creaks and groans and lumens, a general term for light source, presumably electric one, oscillates at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to his systems. Request data on the station's navigators. After a brief pause, the station appears on the vid screen. Okay. Examine the log. View encrypted data. Break through the machine's guardian defenses. You easily bypass the restrictions imposed on the sacred machines. Most of the encrypted data has been wiped. You find traces of the purge protocol. Recovery is impossible, but a list of the most recent commands have been embedded in the machine spirit's consciousness. It fits across the screen in a single creeping line. Child, delete, pick, flow, disabled access control, annual station control, delete, activation, shuttle, purge, command line. Only the keeper of the station have access to life support systems, but Keeper Theribald has not left the child's side, neither had I. Could it be that? Examine the security and life support logs. Examine the docking logs. View recent entries. Investigation, yada yada yada. None of this is important. There we go. Nice. Okay. Well, we opened up all the doors. I mean, I didn't need to, but... WP bonus to lore warp. Oh shit. We all leveled up. Choose ability. Devotee and their allies in the area of effect gain WP bonus by 2 damage for a single shot and attacks of opportunity. Choose ability. Biomancy focuses on manipulating living flesh and biological process. Biomancers can heal wounds and alter all physical characters. Oh, here we go. Firestorm. This spiked psychic power only impacts creatures suffering from warp burn or burning. The target does not stop burning and no longer makes tests to stop burning. Additionally, if the target is an ally, every melee attack that the ally makes inflicts full burning damage on targets of their attack, while they themselves now only suffer half burning damage from now on. duel. That's so badass for a sniper. Kind of ignoring my... I'd like to see what satanic powers I get if I can... push into another tree. Like that would help for my sniper. Keep that tech use up. Okay. There you go. I got some cool goggles. Go back to the elevator now.
The world will bow. Intriguing. Powers unseen uncover my path.
Where are we going? I thought there was a door over here.
I tread a path unexplored.
Where's this elevator at? Oh, I have to jump back through here.
An expected result.
That's right, I need a control rod.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Let's seize the opportunity.
The elevator control rod can be rebuilt in the laboratory using blood and the sacred mechanism.
The world will bow.
Okay. Where I messed up before. Thank you.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
This must be the laboratory. Biogel. Dry crystal. Oh dear. Free crystal. Gave us crystal dust. Meteorite dust. Can we put anything else in there? No. Okay. What is this asking over here? Oh, these things I've been picking up. Tissue flask, navigator, or mutated. We want to go with navigator. Cryptid flask. A viscous translucent substance. A purified sample of the ocean world. Unidentified acid, a hissing, foul-smelling liquid. I think I'm gonna go with the purified liquid. What am I making here? I'm remaking the control rod. Oh shit, I blew it up. Whatever I did there was wrong. Yeah. I gotta go back. Yeah. We can do this again, it's okay.
Embrace true power. Powers unseen uncover my path.
Okay, we already did all this. Yeah, I'd like to know what the real way to do that is. Because I blew it up and didn't do anything.
I tread a path unexplored.
I like that shield of fate. I'm gonna take it this time around.
The world will bow.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Let's seize the opportunity. Perfection.
Ooh. I didn't get that last time.
Embrace true power.
Okay, so what is this right here? Data crypt connector. Okay, so KO4OH. Okay. Catalyst flask. This is the biogel. Tissue flask is going to be fresh sample. Regent flask.
How fascinating.
Crystal dust. Adamantite? I don't have that. Where's the adamantite? We missed some adamantite. Where's the crystal dust? See, that didn't work. I don't have the adamantite. Whatever. First step is solving, collecting An assortment of items that are scattered throughout the map. 2 of these items are the mutated flesh sample and the data are looted prior to interacting with the cognitor at the beginning of the level. The remaining 6 items of interest are looted from containers within the 2 rooms that constitutes the lab. They are as follows. Yeah, so I missed an item. That's why it's not working for me. Okay, so using mutated flesh, biogel, crystal dust. Okay. Adaptive antidote. This is what I can make. Okay.
Powers unseen, uncover my path.
So I missed something back here?
Trembles beneath my feet. Intriguing.
Where did I miss it at? Be sure.
I'm restless.
I was pretty thorough here.
The world will bow.
Okay. Let's just do the one we have. Oh, there's a box there.
Predictable.
Ah, there it is. So this one gives me a elixir of warp neutrality, which grants immunity to warp damage and inflicts a -10 penalty to fellowship, but the user can't deal warp damage until end of combat. And then this one does adaptive antidote, grants immunity to toxic damage and inflicts a -10 penalty to toughness. Neither one of them are any good. Solution 2 seems better though.
I tread a path unexplored.
I'm gonna do all of them so we have the dust or whatever it is. Okay, so for this we need K04OH. K040H. Is going to be the flesh sample. Catalyst flask is unidentified acid. And this, the reagent, is going to be adamantium dust. Sweet. Give me my 6. Okay, can I do the other one too? I think I can. Tissue flask is the mutilated flesh. Data connector is 41 okay. Cryptid flask is biogel. Regent flask is crystal dust. Nice. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, I do have more. Navigator flesh. Oops. I'm sorry. I switched it. Boo! Okay. So, let's reload that quick save so I don't waste all that stuff. That's it, just the 2. Okay, well. That's cool. We solved those puzzles. Music is on point, very dark and stormy. Yeah, dude, I mean, I don't know what it is about the music, but I should have read that earlier. I'm sorry. I've been really into this. I've been really into it, yes. It is totally on point. Are they stuck in there?
Powers unseen, uncover my path.
Yeah, I think I broke it. I put all the pieces in, I can't get them back out now. So, I don't want to lose those pieces. It might be important later on down the road. Okay. Let's do this one more time.
Ruinous favor prevails. A revelation was sent to me.
I missed the adamantium thingy again.
Embrace true power.
How did I miss it? Wasn't it right here somewhere?
Intriguing. The world will bow. I tread a path unexplored.
This is what I did last time.
Powers unseen uncover my path. Let's seize the opportunity.
Where am I missing it at?
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Oh, it was in here, dummy. I was like, what am I doing? I just did this. Give me that. Alright, let's do this again. So it's Data Crystal 04. Flesh sample. Biogel. Adamantium dust. I was gonna say, what the fuck? That wasn't it. Why does it have biogel and unidentified acid in there? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay, that's why. Well, the good thing is we don't have to run all the way back over there. And we know what we're doing. At least we think we know what we're doing.
Should I divine our next step?
No.
Something ominous lurks ahead. Over. I dare not provoke the whispers.
Where's everybody else?
Empyrean guides my gaze.
Okay, region flask is crystal dust. Crystal flask Catalyst flask is biogel. Decryptor connector is 41. And tissue flask is mutated. And this one is flesh sample 04. Unidentified acid and adamantium dust. Okay.
How fascinating.
I will take all that. And we're gonna remake the elect rod. Okay. That's it. Let's get out of here.
The world will bow. Intriguing.
You dealt with a threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost Mistress her life. Station has enough problems without your sorcery, Psyker. You meddle with something that should have been left alone. The child is what the station servants called Lady Casa, for the commoner's dirty mouse must not sully her name by uttering it. That's why they are insane. Will you really heed the ramblings of retainers who dare raise a hand against their scions of noble bloodline? Warp corrupts not only the soul, but just as much the body and mind. Mad and furious, a single servant wielded more strength than an entire squad of the Mistress' personal guard. Bodyguards did their mind fogged. Well, destroying the shuttle, shutting off power, and disabling the security system. Too many things required special access only to the keeper of the station. Which means he did it before the fort was filed, or maybe after, or twist his face and you dare suspect me of what happened? The one who is out here preserve what little is left? By the God Emperor, you keep the scandalous accusations to yourself. I was lenient, that is true, and in the end I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left almost nothing of my home.
The absurdity
Oh,
of your
shit.
struggle amuses me. Purge them!
You want some of this?
I must not falter.
Follow my lead.
Can I fall back now?
Stay vigilant.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
My faith strengthens me.
Stop mocking me.
I've suffered worse.
Anything is?
I won't waste my time on that.
Blah. They're dead, dude. The commander's dead, guys.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. I refuse.
Laughable. Weapon at the ready.
Brace yourself, Abelard! Someone else can do this. Reduced to dust!
Good night.
Break their morale.
Will do.
He's already dominated.
Why did I not foresee this?
I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Damn it.
Time to redouble our...
Oh no, why did you do that? No. Damn
I will
it.
do my duty.
You just murdered her.
What is the ringing?
Oh, yeah. 42. Oh, man.
This
He's not
is
burning.
beneath me.
Guided by faith. This is unacceptable. Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Man, that was bad.
King cleanses the body.
Follow my lead. High momentum.
I'm not interested. It will be done.
Black.
Victory is imminent.
Goodbye.
Blood-soaked tribute.
You got something good on them? No. Damn.
Embrace true power.
Let's go. We got the control rod.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Uh-oh. What's going on up here? She's crying, making everybody crazy. Let me grab a drink real quick. What's going on? Pulsey pulse. The pale figure with an unnaturally long limb stands with her arms raised, her hands deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continuously streams from her scarlet and misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her delvish hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Willpower test succeeded. You are enveloped in a despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At last moment, you master your emotions and push back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Ow, ow, ow. As little pals were bad enough, now one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy! Ooh, persuasion test succeeded. She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn out, similar to both a sob and a howl of small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Pardon my manners, Flacker. I did not expect such a gracious acquaintance in such time of great sorrow for our house. I can't open my dang thing. What's going on? There we go. What is this? I feel faint. I don't know. Something's like sucking on you right now. The heavyset old man who has been kneeling nearby erupts into a low sob. His eyes swollen from crying dart desperately around the room, as though a veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Casso, where are you? Sacred child, throne preserve. You! The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It's threaded with black veins, and his bulging milky eyes bears a striking resemblance to those of dead fish. What the fuck? He's dead inside. The sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside a decaying husk. Ew. My eyes fail me, or are we unable to make out as either enemy or ally? I warn you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of the house or Cello upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. He's one so deranged, it's making the whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grievous offense, esteemed whoever you are. At present, I am trying to determine what is happening on Iraq V. I mean you no harm. I came to seek the navigator's aid. Succeeded. I grant that you do not look like pirates that have come coveting the riches of the wreck station, or like scoundrels in Fleck's service. So who are you? I am Flacker, the Rogue Trader. Another Rogue Trader in our corner of the galaxy. How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so House Orsello now asks a service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think on it. You may make yourself an ally or an enemy. What is the curse that has taken hold of everybody in this room? Oh shit, okay. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. Save the child, deliver her to safety. Woo, man. Making my face all hot. Give me a second. Argenta looks at Casa and a painful furrow appearing on her brow. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden upon her shoulders. Okay.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
I have.
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Another trickle of blue blood runs down the old man's face, this time from his nose and ear.
No! Not you too! Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze! You're coming with me! Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urak 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
What need have I for your regrets? I
just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Cassie looks sorrowfully at the destruction around her.
What are you going to do to me?
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
Okay, she's got a destiny.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
Let's go. Alright, see you guys later. Oh shit. What are you? You're an officer. Choose characteristic. Let's get some toughness in you. Ooh. So that toughness wouldn't matter. Let's do willpower instead. Oh shit. I like that. Another bonus to the willpower. Launch up purpose. Navigator designates a square. The enemy close to that square immediately moves up 4 cells towards it. light. Target ally gains +4 times navigators willpower. Either willpower and toughness. Wow, that's pretty good. That's like super buff. All enemies within the area suffer to their willpower. I like that. That's debuff. Enemies affected by Navigator's ability suffer a stacking 10 penalty to their next resistance test. That's pretty badass. Okay. The collect was bad.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Back to the ship. It's her. Welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared to commission ritual. Let's rest in our quarters first. When you're ready for the ritual, please let me know. I want to talk to him by myself. Get out of here. Before I begin the ritual, I wish to look once again into the eyes of the man whose fame is so great managed to penetrate the impregnable walls of Urak 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you, Flacker, the person the whole expanse, and now a rogue trader. Raises her pointed chin. I have not thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. But now, I am ready to go onto the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paint you have on board, but no red. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. If you can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is open. Okay. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Okay, so she went to her post, and you can talk to her through me. Initiating communication ritual. metal free from the scabbard, then the sifted gasp of Lady Navigator, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, and the faint whispers of a brush. I see violent vortexes lashing an ocean with million flails, and an umber shadow spinning over the surfaces in a fiery dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in a fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun-paled disk goes into tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. The frozen rays lie that the spring is here. The light is deadened and the great ruler is gone. Voxmaster recoils at Cass's word and accidentally snaps one of the cognator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through the navigator before. Connection is restored. Now it will not happen again. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Boxmaster, see to it that you receive 5 lashes for the show of clumsiness. What is happening to Cassa? Soul-shredding screams drowned out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain, and then sudden silence. A dull thud of dropping bodies proclaimed their fate. It appears that the servants were part of Lady Navigator's rite, as it was for her predecessor. I'll arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. She just, like, absorbed some people? Rouge Trader, I feel I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be the whole in two. And my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around my brush. It only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clacking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ships housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me when you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on requiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I will report on the condition of the station of Urak 5. Regrettably, we arrived too late to evacuate the residents of the station. The warp disruption affecting Urak 5 twisted the bodies and minds of its attendants. The corruption failed to affect Lady Cassa, thank the Emperor. The navigators are trained to resist immaterial pull. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Enseer's Prime. Both the vessel and the machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Hendrix Van Kalek, the right hand of the Lord of the Inquisitor. We now know for sure he was not at Urak 5, so keep in mind when making any future plans. Thank you, Vegas. That'll be all for now. Okay, so there's my machine spirit keeper there. That's an unidentified. We've already been here. So let's go check out this void ship. Captain, there's some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassa to the deck. Oh, great. Already! She's only been on the ship how many days traveling across the universe? We went pretty far, so it's probably been a couple months. honestly, or realistically, it's probably been a couple months. I don't know. How fast is travel on this? I'm sure it's been at least a few hours, you know, minimum. Maximum, like, I don't know, hours.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I
How
did
fast
not
do
notice your entrance.
Warhammer ships move through the system? Let's see if Google. Okay, Google. How fast do Warhammer 40k ships move through a system? Okay, Google. How fast do Warhammer 40k ships move through the system? It can take solar days to weeks of travel at sub-light speed to reach the Manderville point, and similar time to re-enter a new star system from the destination of Manderville point. So weeks. Okay, so she's been on our ship for weeks. That's just one particular system. Let's say this system is relevant to this. So she's been on the ship for weeks. Lady Navigator has engrossed in pursuing the dusty tomes which appear to have been neglected by the other officers. It's because of sloth or dullness of mind. When you walk closer, Cassa looks up at you, starts, and hides the weather book behind her. Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance. Pointing at the book in her hand. I see you fond of reading.
Oh, this.
Ah, she's talking.
I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves. And I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Beautiful and enrapturing.
Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
And the event that took place on Urak 5 must have shaken you greatly. Are you satisfied with your new attendance? I hope you have ample time to calm yourself and your powers.
Your servants are somewhat sluggish when it comes to attending a noblewoman of the Navis nobility,
Oh, shit.
but they are quite tolerable. Thank you for your concern.
Okay. Cassa cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, and then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often become the topic of gossip among low servants and officers alike. It's clear that she does not feel comfortable aboard ship teeming with new people.
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders. But it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Okay. I hope you have had ample time to calm yourself and your
There are
powers.
people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
Fuck you, Cassia.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
Well, I kind of trying to make you feel at home.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
You have nothing to apologize for. Human emotions are natural. Be they good or bad, it's just natural to share them with others. I would ask you mind what you say from now on. It is indeed difficult for me to feel empathy for a mutant. However, the crew's well-being hinges on that of its navigator. I believe this conversation has reached its natural conclusion. I'm out of here, you bitch.
Lord Captain? So many colorful sparks are flaring to life and dimming all around you. It is a veritable ocean of emotions. There are so many of them that I can barely see the pure white sincerity of your words. Please forgive me.
Flacker.
I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation.
I'm like a
At
virgin.
last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
A little bit, yeah. I would not dare to make fun of the lady's feelings, especially not one who has captivated me since the first I set eyes on her. I would rather we find amusement elsewhere, perhaps in the privacy of my chambers. Oh. What I find childish is your manner of addressing me as if you were a friend, and your mistaken belief that anyone here would be interested in hearing about your emotional turmoil. Holy shit, that's cold, dude. I understand what you're going through. My own life has turned upside down not too long ago. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of other people. Just remember to keep your emotions in check.
Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
I started a romance? Ah, a little spark, huh? I got the riz, don't I? Yeah, oh, she bowed. Okay, see you, lady. Oh, that's funny. What's this? Oh. She left it for me. How to express your feelings to a noble lady. An admirer who seeks the favor of a refined lady is well advised to maintain pointed courtesy and finesse with every deed. An honorable admirer will never defile a noble lady's ears with crude or indecent words, and neither will he allow himself to conduct that could besmirk her honor or dignity. All above, the admirer should remember that relationships begin with the right choice of words. Show your lady with a compliment that will accentuate her finest qualities without putting her in a position of discomfort. The word chosen elegantly and spoken with genuine warmth may bring about a change in the lady's eyes as she looks upon you. How do I... There we go. Once your interaction has grown more intimate, always be sure to remember the simple rule of etiquette. For example, should the lady drop her handkerchief, the deepest expression of sympathy for her would be to perform the following gesture. Pick up the handkerchief, wait a brief moment, and then bring the handkerchief to your lips and touch it lightly before returning it to the lady. This noble gesture will assure the lady of the seriousness of your intentions. Remember that the flower bud of true feelings takes time to blossom. Patience, loyalty, and impeccability, and adhering to the decorums of the nobility is key to earning the lady's favorable disposition. Well, now I know how to pick up a noble lady. So if she drops her handkerchief, I touch it to my lips and return it to her. That's how she knows I'm serious. We gonna fuck. Oh, what she got? 35 health. She's got more health than all of us. What do you do, though? What are you? Are you another psyker? What does it say what you are? What do you got? Fire grenade, a pistol, cascading. That's a 15. You don't have anything better than 15? No. There we go. That one's a little bit better. Persuasion. Yeah, we want her to be persuasive. 4 of 8. That's the one I have. 4 of 8. What does hers do? Strike. Well, this one's like better. Oh, she can't use it. Hit chance, critical hit chance. She needs that. Yeah, this fucking music, dude. Seriously. Okay. Back to the bridge. To the map. Alright, we're still headed towards the void ship. Hold on a second. Oh, works. Gonna suck. I gotta go I-4 tomorrow. Ugh. What do we have here, Lord Captain? It's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting on the local asteroid field. I'm sure it's quiet, but it's huddled up in there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on it. We're registering critical damage to the hull, depressurization, several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us. Do not require assistance. Pete, do not require assistance. Copy. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Protest. Lord Captain, I am told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near the Record Villa colony that's refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, it has not yet been offered to them. The connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. Do not tell them. We are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are a merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private chant vessel. A merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear this name before? Thunderfang. Your lordship, please restrain your anger. The void ship has a spacious hold. Perhaps they will be to establish a trade. Why would he actually say something? Thunderfang, why can we not identify you? Damage report on the unknown vessel. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge is almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. A motion, someone chuckles bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives. Yet another hiss, demanding that others shut up. You manage to make a way out. We were flying, minding our business, straight out of the blue, opened fire. A miracle we could get away. The Emperor protected, and then more fire. Who? Boyd only knows. Rose to our tail, bombed everything. Happy now? What have you done, idiot? It's too late now. Do you copy? We are from Fellow of the Void. We do not come here to loot. On different business. To help our own out of jail. Do not hurt, please. We already had our chronos clean. How about striking a deal? In the case you are unaware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions of Kronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have box conversations with those whom are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the microcannons to shake scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. The wearer's ranged attack decreases their target's dodge by 5%. $40. How much is that? 3? Okay. He's got medic kits. Fuck it, just sell them anyways. Don't need that anymore. Don't need his. Keep that. Keep that. That's the 2 recipes. Okay. Nice. Alright, well. It's just a Thunder Fang to go buy and sell. I'm okay with that. I guess we're headed to this planet. And I think we'll call it here. Yeah, I think we'll call it here. Raise your head with a start. Someone else is here in your study. You stand up, stare at the dozens and dozens of corpses surrounding you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloody face of those who died on the ship and the bridge. As of your own accord, you share lying on the edge of the death, the sole remnant of the Conrad. Weapon slipped in your hand, the metal is searing cold, the dead sway from side to side, closing in around the nightmare's slow advance. All you hear in response is unintelligible voices, whispers, moans, and derisive laughter. Anger ignites your chest and you clutch the shard which ravenously bites into your palm with a sharp edge. Ow. Unbearably bright light floods everything around you and you find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving proportions, a curved design, and an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing a gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before, there, on the bridge. The voices that appear in your mind only confirm the guess. This tapestry of woven, the path is chosen, accept your fate. You feel the sword's immense weight pulling you down. You resist it will for a moment longer before collapsing to the ground with the sound of ominous laughter. The strain is such that you fear back could break at any moment. Fog, the first dawn, is hereby woven into the tapestry of your fate. Seek the second dawn in the hands of she who rides above future domain. The former aspirant fell, and thus the new one will become the chosen of the weaver. Make mortals serve you as their god and become the vessel of the edge. You awaken from the vision kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and the sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces in the image of the sword in your hand. Only the deep cut on your palm and the bloodied shard lying on the floor remind you of what transpired. A foreign presence rises up out of the deep darkness recess. The cut on your hand burns like acid, and the alien consciousness in your head greets the pain with a disoriented wave of barely intelligible voices. You reach your shaking hand out to the shard, now slippery with your blood. You wipe its metallic surface, stash the treasure under your clothes, next to your heart and soul, forever seared by the great power of the warp. Okay. Ooh. Alright, well, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out today, man. We'll catch you guys later. And we'll see you next time. Peace.